Hey there, Griever Gang. Welcome back to Griever Productions in another masterclass. I know there's been a few masterclasses coming out, but as I mentioned in the Heart video, there's been a bit of a resurgence in my life of going back over a lot of the songs that I know and listen to kind of pick things apart. And I wanted to share this particular one with you. Now, some of you may think, oh, Jim, you've already done this one. I actually haven't. I thought so too, because I was thinking, oh, I want to do this song. This song is from a live performance that George Michael did that we did react to. We react to the song, I believe we reacted to the song One More Try? No, I'm wrong. Sorry, it's You Have Been Loved that we reacted to. And this one is another one from that same performance called I Can't Make You Love Me, which was done originally by Bonnie Raitt. And this is not one that you hear often done by males. And don't get me wrong, I do know that there are male versions out there, but I wanted to showcase this one. And the reason is the beauty and the impact that this version has on me. Basically, it's one of the most beautiful renditions of a song that I've ever heard. And the interesting thing about George Michael's voice is that when he's really feeling it, he can bring most people to tears. For instance, he did a version of the song Long and Winding Road, the Beatles song, and I believe that was for a tribute to, so the version of Long and Winding Road was done at a show called A Concert for Linda, which was to pay tribute to Linda McCartney when she'd passed. And he had done that song, and apparently there wasn't a dry eye in the place. And from what I've heard, I could be wrong in saying this, but I remember somebody saying that Paul McCartney had to leave because he couldn't stop himself from crying, listening to George specifically sing this song. And there's so much care and so much heart in what he sang and all of the things that he wrote. Because if you go through a lot of the stuff that he wrote after the Faith album, more so, because the Faith album tended to be, and the Wham stuff obviously, tended to be more poppy, he decided he wanted to really tell the message that he wanted to tell, or, you know, tell the stories that he wanted to tell. And some of them, like the song Round Here, for instance, even the song An Easier Affair, a lot of these things have such beautiful messages. And actually one of the most beautiful, My Mother Had a Brother, which was about him realizing things about his sexuality, and that on the day he was born, his uncle, I believe it was, took his own life, struggling with the same things that George was now able to actually venture and to explore as a human being, because the world had become so much more accepting of all of that. Definitely give it a listen. It is a phenomenal song. In fact, most of George's stuff is absolutely incredible, and he does not get the notoriety that he deserves by any stretch of the imagination. But before we begin on this one, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I would sincerely appreciate that. And if you like what we do on the channel, there's more ways that you can help at the end. So without any further ado, let's have a listen to George Michael live singing I Can't Make You Love Me. Control.
Down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me. Tell me no lies. Just hold me close. Don't patronize. Don't patronize. final hours, I will lay down my heart. I feel the power that you won't know you won't, and I can't make you love me. If you
I need to pause there for a moment just to kind of get some thoughts out about this first section. As I stated very early, the control that this man had over his voice was just second to none. But the thing that I envy him about so much, I've spoken a lot on this channel in different videos regarding vowel sounds when we sing, because when we sing, we fall naturally into a Latin vowel sound, so r, e, I, o, and u, and it doesn't even matter where you come from. That's just naturally what happens. We fall into those vowel sounds when we're singing. So, for instance, the line, "I can make you love me if you don't." So you're focusing more on those vowels rather than the consonants themselves. And it's incredibly important to think of it that way, because you can't sing notes on certain consonants. For instance, try and sing a note on an S sound. And I know a lot of you are going to go zzz, which is a Z. It's not an S. And that's just what naturally happens. What he does is he has such a prominent and such wonderful control over his E vowels. I can't make you love me. The way he says make, the way that I would approach it, I can't make you love me, I would make it an air vowel. I can't make you love me. But the way that he approaches it, I can't make you love me, I can't make you love me, goes into that E vowel, which is a vowel that I don't particularly, it doesn't resonate with me anywhere near the same way that it does with him. But the thing is as well, usually what will happen when we sing, and as singers, we usually fall into, say, maybe 3 of those vowel sounds that we become very prominent at. I'm more of an R, U, and air type of person. Actually, no, that's not true. I'm more of an air, O, and U person, whereas I don't think he has a fault with any of them. He prefers that E vowel, sure, but I don't think that he has any, issues with any of them. I have issues with my E vowel. I try to manipulate the E vowel to go around it and not have to do it as much as possible. Some songs he can't get out of it, don't get me wrong, but there's usually 9 times out of 10, actually 99 out of 100 times more rather, there's a way that you can manipulate that vowel sound that the layman wouldn't actually be able to tell that you're doing it. But it's just that tone that he hits when he goes into that E vowel. It sounds so... somehow it sounds different to the rest of how he sings, yet it blends it together. It's hard to explain with his voice, because frankly, it's such an anomaly to this day how he kind of combines everything, when I don't believe he was ever formally trained either. I think this is just stuff that he just kind of naturally fell into, which makes me hate him even more. But God, just to naturally find your way into that spot. Ow, I just hit the table. Oh, that actually really hurt. Anyway, let's continue on.
I close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. More than will come, and I'll do what's right.
to go back here for a moment because, and I've said this before in other videos as well, where what we don't want to do is we don't want to put any pressure here because it definitely hurts the longevity of the voice. And George knows this fundamentally. Like, you can tell with the way that he approaches most of what he does. However, the interesting thing is that I want to point out is he actively does put a little bit of strain on here. And I don't want to use the word strain in a negative here, but have a listen to this again, how he uses that to like raise the stakes of what he's singing and really add that extra layer of emotion. It's truly wonderful.
Give up this fight, and I will give up this fight.
And it's very much... Sorry, I'll go back into that in a second. And it is very much the difference between "and I will give up this fight" and "I will give up this fight." And one is more technically correct, and one is more emotionally captivating. And these are all little things to kind of pick up on and think about. And God, the way that he's mastered what his voice was is just something else.
Make you love me if you don't.
And there's that eval. Sorry, I am going to go back one more time. But there's that eval. I can make you love me. The way that he does the E's there. Just
Love me.
Oh, hang on. I haven't gone back far enough.
'Cause I can make you love me if you don't.
It's so much resonance in the E's.
You can make your heart feel something warm here in the dark.
It's wonderful.
These final hours, I will lay down my heart. I feel the power that you won't. No, you won't. And I can make you love me if you ain't no use in you trying. Don't love me ain't no use in you trying. If you don't love me, ain't nothing I
Truly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, George passed away at age 50 on Christmas Day in 2016, I think it was. Yeah, 2016. The same year that we lost so many great people. Sorry, he's 53, he was 53, not 50, but still too young. Too young. I don't really need to say much more on, like, to add to that, because it is the control that makes that so incredibly something else, truly. Like, I would have loved at some point to have done a song with him, like to sing with him, but unfortunately, you know, these sorts of things do happen, and he was struggling with his health for the longest time beforehand. He wrote White Light after coming out of a very, very large bout of pneumonia that I think saw his lungs collapse, if I remember rightly. Like, gruesome stuff. He was fighting for a very, very long time, and then a couple of years later, he was gone. You know, and such is life. These sorts of things happen, and the world, and when celebrities and that sort of thing pass, I don't tend to get affected that much. Hearing the passing of George Michael, because I believe at the time I was having Christmas dinner with my ex and her family, and I needed to leave. Not the whole house. I just excused myself and stayed in the bathroom for a little bit because it hit me. It hit me really hard, really, really hard. The world of music definitely miss him for sure. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this video, because it's definitely one that speaks a lot to me. I think it's one of the most beautiful pieces to exist, and especially with the way that he does it. And I think, and you guys let me know in the comments below what you want me to react to next, and I'll add them to my list, and I will get around to them, I promise. The list is very large at this point. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like a favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, feel free to go over to Patreon and support us for as little as $3 Australian per month. By doing so, you'll join the list of wonderful people here. Also, if you're into gaming, I have recently rebooted my gaming channel, so feel free to go over there and have a look. Link to both the Patreon and the gaming channel in the description below.